Hello and welcome again to Over the Hill Outdoors. This evening I'm going on an overnight camp out in my new upgraded tarp shelter. This will be the first time that I've camped in it since it was completed. So I invite you to join with me, go and spend the night there and see what you think of it. Okay, there's the shelter. It's still intact. No one's bothered it. That's good. Yeah, still there and unbothered. Excellent, excellent news. Alright, so here's my initial wood supply that I'll use to get my fire going. I don't plan to have a fire late into the evening. I'm just doing this one to test out my fireplace, make sure that it's safe, and then I'll let it go out. So I don't want flames going any higher than about right there. Once I get some coals, then I'm going to keep them down to really low. Alright, so for tonight's dinner, I'm going to have what I call hobo stew. It's just whatever I happen to have found in the fridge or in the pantry. as I quickly pack my pack. Just throw it into a pot of water, boil it up and see how it turns out. Tonight I've got some ramen noodles, hot dogs, some vegetables, broccoli and cauliflower and carrots. And, I got some cheese. I've actually got some, I think, Doritos corn chips. They're all going to go in the pot. And sounds awful, but it actually turns out pretty good usually. Well, in my rush to get out the door tonight, I forgot a few things. First thing I forgot was my spork, or my spoon, something to stir with. So I'm stirring my pot tonight with just an old stick, and looks like I'm going to be eating with some makeshift crooked, really poor chopsticks, but get along just fine. Well, it's just about done. Smells good. Looks good if you like to mix your foods, which I do, so I'm looking forward to this. Alright, let's take a look at this. See how it's doing. I think we're done. Alright, so there's my fancy rock table. Put my lantern down so you can see what it is we got here. Oh yeah. Good stuff. Yeah, it's a little harder with crooked ones. I think I'm just going to use my knife. This is way harder than it looks. So I gave up on the chopsticks. The crooked ones they just keep, anyway, that's kind of hard to do them with one chopsticks that roll in your hands every time you try to get a bite. So here's what we got. And it tastes quite good. You have to be very aware where your lips and your tongue are each time you bite down on this knife blade. This is one really sharp knife, so probably not the smartest thing to be doing, but when you're hungry and desperate, some things become worth it. You know, the most interesting and I think satisfying flavor in this is the Doritos. It adds a whole different flavor. The corn flavor and the tortilla spicing. Very good. Well, I declare that a success. That was good. There's a lot more yet to eat, but I think I'll eat it off camera where I can be more of a pig. Although I know what you've seen so far. Looks pretty piggish as it is. Well, I managed to get through almost the whole pot of stew without shedding any of my own blood, so I think I'll just drink the rest now. Yeah, that's really quite good. I'll add Doritos every time now I get a chance to make my hobo stew. So far I'm very pleased with the fireplace. There's no hint at all of any escape of the sparks, embers, flame. I'm pretty confident in it. That's still about as big a fire as I've ever planned to build in it, but it's doing the job. Alright, it's getting close to my bedtime. I'm going to let the fire go out and put down the doorway after things cool down a little bit. Button up for the night and hit the sack. Alright, since I put her down in the morning, and out you go. Well, good morning. Squirrels are telling me it's time to get up, so good night's rest. It wasn't bad at all. Very warm, cozy, comfortable shelter. Is it about 6:30 in the morning? And time to get up and get breakfast going. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, squirrels are out there chattering away. Alright, let's open the door and see what's out there this morning. That's my view out my front porch. Pretty nice. So there's where I spent the night. Nice, comfortable dwelling. Okay, it's time for breakfast. Gonna have some hot chocolate and some homemade Raisin Bran banana chocolate muffins. Okay, it's almost like breakfast in bed. Those of you who have watched others of my walkabout videos and other videos. I think this is what I eat for breakfast every time. Not true, it's just coincidence, but it is good. Well, I'm all packed up. It's time to close up the shelter for the winter. Hopefully when I get back here midwinter, it'll be in good shape and ready for another night's camping.